Welcome back to the channel. We are going coast to coast with the BYD Seal, one of the most requested videos on the channel. We have got Darwin with us. Darwin? Oh, she's not talking to me. There she is. And it is 14 degrees outside, not much wind, a bit overcast. Range on the car is telling us, let me zoom in there so you can see. Oh, zoom in. 520 kilometer range at 100% battery, and the last 50 kilometers have been 17.1. So as always, really good. We'll zoom back out again. Really good efficiency on the BYD Seal. Low down, saloon. Yeah. It's going to be no problem making it. Just wondering how accurate it is. So it's 316 to 320 kilometers. We're going scooting off to get into Loaghaire for a small bit. But otherwise, we've got a bit of motorway, we've got national primary, and we've got national secondary roads. As always, the coast to coast are the same. I'm going to do it down and up. Some people are wanting it east to west, west to east. But otherwise, technically, we should have the guts of 200 kilometers left once we get to Belmullet. If you were to judge the gasometer. Otherwise, yeah, Darwin's going to be delighted. We're going to stop in Loaghaire and then continue on. Thanks very much. Oh, it's the all-wheel drive, top trim, 19-inch wheels, for those wondering what type of car it is. It's the following day. Unfortunately, we're caught up in the traffic that was caused by that fatality, that collision and accident on the M50 yesterday. We were an extra 2 hours getting from Dun Loaghaire to Lucan, and then so it's not really a valid test, but we got down on one charge. We are at 100. Let me zoom in as always. We are at 23%, 120 kilometers left. So the variance is 80 kilometers, but as I said, it is and the 18.6. I can actually pull up on the BYD menu itself, the energy menu. We can have a look at to see what we did, and then we are going to new energy, and then we're going to consumption. So this car, I was doing the last 50 kilometers 18.6. The car has driven nearly 6,000 kilometers and it's getting 20.5. And it's been driving for 72 hours, but I'm going to reset this tomorrow for the actual you can see my consumption graph there for the trip back. So you're going to get a full graph on that side. It's going to be a direct ride from Belmullet to Dun Loaghaire. So already coming from Dublin, we're getting that's including the having to take the detour and a couple of hours in traffic. Not taking a lot of energy, but the air conditioning was on and all the rest of it. We stopped in Loaghaire, and I came home last night and I just said, you know what, I'm not sure if it's going to be a valid version, but the fact that I was supposed to have 200 and I had 120 left, that 80 variance. Anyway, going to do this tomorrow, going from Belmullet to Dun Loaghaire. I'll check the wind as well, just to see what it was yesterday and what it is going to be today. Tomorrow. I'll reset all the graphs. All right, so that is the BYD Seal. Plenty in the coast to coast, absolutely plenty. So talk to you soon. Welcome back to part 3, and we're going from Belmullet to Dun Loaghaire. It is a nice sunny day. It's 15 degrees. It's just gone 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to reset all the tripometers and the graphs. So first of all, just so you understand exactly what the graph is or what the distance is going to be, we are going to set the tripometer. And so it's at the end of the stalk. You can see trip A there, hold it down and it resets to 0. That's number 1. We've got 99% battery. We've got 519 kilometers and the past 50 have been 18.3. We're going to go into vehicle settings, and then we're going to go to new energy. We're going to go to consumption. We're going to reset the data, the driving time and the average speed, all done to 0. So we're looking to beat 20.5 over the last nearly 6,000 kilometers. It's roughly 320 kilometers from here to Dun Loaghaire. So stay tuned. I'm going to try and probably do a stop somewhere along just to let Darwin out and give you an update, and then give you a total at the end. So it's about 120, 130 kilometers left when we came down from a full battery, but there was that diversion off the M50 and bits and pieces. So let's have a little look. I'll try and see if I can get the direction of wind as well today, because I think that people were saying that makes a huge difference even in a saloon. Stay tuned. We'll catch up mid-journey. We've just stopped in Belmullet for a rest break. We could charge here if we wanted to, but we've no need to, which is great. Consumption, we are at new energy. Let me spin you around. Consumption, since we started, we've been driving 3 hours and average speed of 69 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, and our last 50 has been 17 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. Range wise, we are at, let me zoom in and down a small bit, 53% battery left. We have done 212 kilometers, range left of 276, so that's giving you 488 when we started at nearly 520. So it has dropped around 30 between what expectation was. Darwin is crying in the back here because Patricia's gone into the shop. Zoom out. So yeah, we're going to do it, no problem at all. Left wise, we have to get to Dun Loaghaire, we have 108 kilometers, and it's saying I've got 276 left. So loads, absolutely loads. Coast to coast, as somebody said to me recently, is starting to become a bit, it's just understanding now. It's 23 degrees here in Belmullet, so it's pretty ideal weather for it. So listen, different seasons, different cars. It's great to see it. So I don't think even in the cold weather this is having an issue. You can see the tail wagging there. I'll give you an update once I get to Dun Loaghaire, but there's going to be no problem it making the coast to coast and what it's left over with, and the consumption of 17 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. That will go up because we're going on to the M4, N4 now once we pass Belmullet and the Dun Loaghaire bypass. So, but it's a nice, the Dun Loaghaire to Belmullet run is a nice mixture of all. Okay, I'll talk to you in a little bit. And just like that, 5 hours and we are back in Dun Loaghaire. Okay, so trip we've done, let me bring that down, and as always let me zoom it in and then bring it back down again. So we've done 319 kilometers and the range is saying 145, so adding the two of those together is 464. We have done 15.8 kilowatt hour, and the last bit was mainly urban over the last 50. M50, no, in fairness to it, so it was 100 kilometers an hour. So a drop of, it's very close, a drop of 470, drop about 50 kilometers based on the range that gives you at the start, the 520. 28% left. Good. Yeah, great, to be quite honest. And now it's 18 degrees now that we're in Dun Loaghaire, so it had the good weather. Coast to coast, another one done. BYD Seal. Let me know, jump into the comments and let me know if there's a car that I haven't done a coast to coast on yet, an EV, and you'd like me to do one. And let me to do it, and I get on to the manufacturer. More, there's a playlist on the channel that has all the ones that I've done so far, the coast to coasts. Not all of them have Darwin. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Jump into the comments and let me know. Like it, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy that video too.